Hey, what's up, how are you? How's everyone there? How's everything? Uh, yes, greetings to everyone else, the artists of South Sudan, the people of South Sudan, and as well uh, the music lovers and all the stakeholders. Uh, my name is Man Mabur Man, aka Many Man, as you may know. Uh, I'm disturbed about few things, and that's why I've come out right now to be able to respond to few things that are disturbing the industry so far, and mainly the artist union issue right now that is circulating, and a lot of artists are complaining about it. Uh, it's really been it's unfortunate when you find that people sometimes might not understand the role of what they're supposed to do. I believe uh, the main thing here is to correct what all of us love, to have an umbrella that keeps everyone else under, and be able to regulate. Now, it becomes so bad when people do not understand how this umbrella is supposed to act. Well, uh, I also want you to also feel free and differ with me if you feel, if you think, as an artist, and maybe as an artist that have been there for, if something isn't supposed to be that way, also please feel free to also throw in your comments. Now, I only want to talk about the main things that union is supposed to be doing, as per my understanding. I've traveled all over the world, I've traveled to places, and I know there are bodies that regulate the art. Now, as to this case of South Sudan, the main thing that first of all, we have never had a legal body, a very legal union that we've never had a representative that is voted in by the artist. It has all along been appointing and bringing in a very illegal manner, and things that could not are not put in a proper way. Now, it becomes bad when you are there illegally and you want to come and regulate the artist with what you think. Now, as per myself, what I know that union is supposed to do, first of all, union is supposed to protect the rights of the artist. It is supposed to be the bridge between the artist and other stakeholders of the consumers of them. For instance, I am talking about people that are supposed to bring the meaning of the art inside the music, people that are supposed even to bring resources to the artist. Now, union does not manage the artist. There's a difference between a manager and the body that controls you. Now, a manager is the one that is supposed to come up with the strict, for example, someone that manages many men is supposed to know, is supposed to temper with which song I release. Well, how do I sing? What song do I release tomorrow? What song do I sing? What topic do I sing about? It isn't a work of union. It is completely not anything close to union. And I've seen a lot of artists throwing in their comments and their views. As I say, union is supposed to generate. If it's, for instance, if you're talking about how you want to operate, how you want to have. First of all, you're supposed to make sure that you lobby and be able to rally. You'll be able to convince more artists to come and rally behind you. Yes, you are not supposed to speak for artists when they are not with you. Yeah, who gives you the right to speak about me, as many men? Yeah, I am an artist, established artist, who have been there for years, and I have my own management. Union do not speak for me. Union do not control me. It does not have any right, regardless. Yeah, this is how we differentiate. Union does not have any right to speak for any other artists that do not subscribe to them. First of all, let me first say that the meaning of a reunion, something that unite you, is something that first of all you are supposed to subscribe to. You are supposed to first agree that I am part of this union. Yeah? So that now the terms and conditions of this union come and cover you. I do not remember, yeah, all these artists subscribing to union. So that now you bring the terms and conditions. Now, also there's something that maybe perhaps someone is forgetting. The terms and conditions that put you in, for instance, in a bracket, are things that you and the other person are supposed to know about. Yeah, the terms and conditions are supposed to be very clear. The regulations that are regulated, very clear that artists are supposed to be given, and maybe, perhaps it's not someone's property. And I believe for rules and regulations to be there, these are things that are supposed to be created by all the artists. I am one of the person that was asking to proposed to stand for the union leadership, and I was telling people that I am doing this because I have the experience in the art. I have been in the industry for more than 10 years. Some of the people talking today do not know what the industry is. I am also one of the artists that started, was there when this union started. I am a founding member of the union as well. Yeah, I know the cause as to someone called Ras Corby came up with what is called a union today. Its legal mandate, its idea was to come and was to create an avenue where artists will feel safe, but not to come and not to tax artists. In fact, why do you want to eat from artists? Why? What reason? Yeah, you are not there to tax artists. You are there to protect the rights of artists. Now, if an artist is having a problem, where do they run to? If there's nobody, if they do not trust the body. The reason as to why I was looking, I was asking to stand for that was for few reasons. Yeah, and I also said very clearly that it must not be many men. It can be either A or B or any other person, you know, X, Y, Z, whatever you call it. Yeah, for the reasons that are best known for us. Yeah, first, the industry have suffered for as many times, I mean, for many years as possible. We can only correct this if we have right people that talk about the artist. We can have this if we have right people that are ready to unite the artist and not to divide the artist. So far, a very painful truth is that the industry is divided into two. People that have been leading artists are dividing. People that have been leading the artists have been dividing the artists into two categories. There's this category they call niggers, yeah, and there's this category they call the artist for a nation or something. I do not understand. I've been hearing these things, but yeah, one thing that maybe could be very clear is that all these artists, be it whether you call it a nigger or whoever you call it, these are artists for South Sudan. They are singing for the cause of South Sudan. Yeah. Now, one important, Chan, no sabro. Chan is saying, Mr. Minman have been there and knew everything, but South Sudan Artists Association leaders are all corrupt. Yeah, it could be true. I am not. I do not have any confidence. I mean, any evidence of any corruption. Yeah, I completely do not talk about that. I want to talk about things that are touching us as artists so far, which I read, and even if it's needed to be taken in the law, court of law, I can be able to talk about. For instance, taxing artists. You do not have any right to tax an artist. I'll give you an example. My music is like my shop. Yeah, no one has right to tax the talent. When I hustled, as from 10 years ago, you were not there. You did not know what I went through. Yeah, you do not know how I make hits. You yourself do not make hits. Yeah, you do not make hits, and perhaps you might have a small portion that you represent somewhere. I am an artist that represents South Sudan. Yeah, other artists, unfortunately, do not have a better way right now are dying with talent because you are trying to impose wrong laws on people. It's not possible. I can do shows wherever I want to. Yeah, it's my talent, it's my shop. You do not have right to come and tell me that I should sell tomato or maybe sugar and I do not sell oil in my shop. It's not your right. Yeah, I am the business person. Now, also it's more important to understand that a body should not interfere with the government. You have to know your legal mandate. You have to know what you're supposed to to be talking about. Yeah, first of all, talking about taxing clubs. These are business owners that are registered with the government. These are people that are being taxed. Who are you? Are you a government? Are you a government that is supposed? Are you a different government that is running to tax other people? It's not right. Yeah. Let us not look like we do not know what we are doing. Yeah. We do not completely have any right of taxing any club. Yeah. We do not completely. We do not have right. Let us stand to where we are supposed to be. Yep. Pretty Joe. Where the artists will get money from if taxes are imposed on them. Yeah. I know. This is not the main thing, and this is the main thing where maybe our brothers do not see. Look whether artists are making money. Yeah, in other countries, you will find that artists are making hell of money. You'll find artists are progressing so well, so well that they're even making living for themselves, and they're not being taxed. Yeah, who is taxing them? It is government that have right to tax the artists if they are taxing, if there are reasons. Yeah. Martin Momping is asking which group. First of all, my brother, I am not in any group. I am an artist, and a South Sudanese artist who have been doing my music very independently. No one pays for my studio fee. I does videos for over $7,000. Union do not know whether they have never paid a coin for me. They do not have right to regulate me. Yeah, these are I am speaking as a painful South Sudanese. Yeah, who is not supposed to be taxed by anyone, regardless whether come rain, come sunshine. It is not anyone's right to tax me when it comes to my work. Yeah. So these are the factors, and as well, it should be let's say it should be a very right time right now that you should know that artists do not agree with that, because when I saw those posts, how many artists were saying no? Almost 90%. Yeah, 90% do not agree with what you are doing. Yeah, simply because it is not right. When you went into the office, when you created union thing and you created it to be private thing, some of us did not temper with that. Yeah, we left it to you. Do whatever you want to do with it. Yeah, but do not temper with our business. Do not temper with any. Kedans was giving an example yesterday that is like Mothers Union. Yeah, Mothers Union. You will not find any. Maybe if there's that Mothers Union, you do not find them going around telling other mothers that do not give birth because it is what we are passed as Mothers Union. It's not possible. Yeah, there is that union. There are people that have subscribed to that union that will have to go through the terms. There are terms also that you can refuse. Yeah? If I am right now part of, for example, you're talking about giving artist ID. What is an ID? ID in English means identification. You identify yourself. Who does not know many men? Who do I identify myself to? I identify myself to you. Yeah? Let me go on street today if someone do not know many men. Across South Sudan, let me go to Yambio. Let me go to Rumbek, let me go to Awa, Will, or wherever. I go to Kwajoga, I go to Torit, Kapoita, or maybe my brother Silva, or whoever, any other artist. Let them move if they are not known. My face is my identification. Work hard to identify yourself. Yeah? Sing so hard that people will identify you. I identify myself to who? Who do I go to with an identity that I'm an artist? My name is Many Man, and I'm supposed to do. Why? I have an identity myself. I am an identity myself. I have identified myself through music. Yeah. So do not bring things that are not there, things that are not legal. Yeah? I do not completely agree, and I'll stand to say that I do not agree as many men, and I believe other artists will not agree. Yeah, Luis, it seems like South Sudan artists do not know the right when they think of taxing clubs. This is exactly what I talked about, Luis. It is not the South Sudan artists. It is a group of people that run a body that is supposed to represent the South Sudan artists. Yeah? We've been doing music for the last few years. Have you ever heard any one of us talking about taxing club? Have you ever heard any one of us talking about taxing wherever they want to tax? We know what we're supposed to do. We have hustled all the way, all the way trying to tell you to support us. We have not done this as a force. There are some elements that could be true. If today you want to tell me that you want to regulate people that play music, for instance, the clubs, and maybe radio stations to maybe play 80% local music, or maybe 98, wherever, I agree. This is something that is helping the growth of the artist. It's something that is helping the growth of the industry. Yeah? It should not be by force. These are things that we should not put by force, but make people understand that it is aimed at promoting the local industry. No one would refuse to promote their own industry. Yeah? But you should not tell them that you are taxing. You should not talk about taxing people. It is completely unacceptable. It has never been there. Move around the world and see whether there's something like that. Yeah? Hotel and bar business owners. Can you go to Pyramid today and you tell them you want to tax them? Who are you? At what capacity do you tax them? It's not possible, my brother. Yeah? Let's just be honest with things so that we look a bit civilized. Those terms can only be applied for that particular association and doesn't prevent you to do anything. Yeah, this from Chang. I agree, and that's what I talked about here. Preeti also talked about the promotion. Company, bars, hotels, and other sectors are independent bodies, just like the union, and they are legally recognized by the Ministry of Justice. So, not other independent body taxes others. I agree with you, my sister, and that is exactly what I've just said here. We should know what we are supposed to be doing. We should know where, rightfully, what the government allows us to do. We should as well know what the other party is supposed to play. Completely, the government cannot agree just because I've heard, I saw it's a legal body that is recognized by the government, and the government do not give you right to tax other legal bodies that are registered with the government. It's not completely, does not come. It has never happened in the world. Let us not be the first people. Yeah? I have also heard something, someone is talking about that an artist should go and sing their music to be approved by the union. Me, many men, going to you set a boat, and I start singing. I made hits before you came to the industry. Yeah? I made hits long time ago. I started this industry myself. No one calls me to come and tell me that sing, and we approve whether you're an artist or not. People accepted many men as an artist. And I believe also people have accepted other artists. It is you that is not accepted. So you should set a body that should sing, that you should sing for. People that know industries, people that know music like that. Other artists that know music should sit. And maybe if that is supposed to be there, they should sit and see you singing. Yeah? So that we can see whether, and for my case, what I know, it is the people that accept you. If my songs are not good enough, if I do not sing well, people will say no, it is not you. So let us just try to clarify things. Okay, Ustaz Maidodo is saying, Benjamin, it's a great topic you have brought up today, and being a former promoter or radio presenter, I only wanted to know, do you think it's wise for South Sudanese artists to have a union. My daughter, I am completely confused right now. I do not know whether it is a good idea, because as much as we thought it was a good idea, right now it is being abused. Yeah, you'll find, for example, there's a place I went for a concert sometimes last year, only for someone organizing my concert to be told that they should pay a union a certain amount because I come from a different, according to them, they use the term that I am a foreigner. Yeah, just because I'm not from that town. Now, union have created a division. Yeah, as South Sudanese, we are suffering from tribalism. Yeah, we are suffering from tribalism and division, and union is trying to impose division on levels of even states. Yeah. Now, when I came, I was asking a question as simple as that. I am a foreigner, where I am from. Yeah, and someone was like, "Oh, you know, we did not say foreigner. You come from a different. You come from Juba, and here also is a different." So I was like, I am a South Sudanese artist, yeah, and I have right to do a concert wherever I want to do. And they say these are laws coming from union in Juba, yeah. Now, I'll ask you the same question. Do you think it is right, a right time for South Sudanese to have a union? Because as much as I think it's true, it could be right, but I am also seeing that it's being abused, yeah. So what do we do? These are not the things. Okay. Pix is saying they should do research first before coming to useless conclusions. Yes, I believe research is important. And Louis also, by the way, this group of individuals should not do something that would bring shame to South Sudan music industry. I begged them review their proposal. Well, one thing that I can say, my brother, is that whether they like it or not, this is not something anyone would agree with. It is something people say no, and they will not accept. Yeah, because countries, in other countries, people have been there. Yeah, unions are existing. They have not done things that are not done in the industry. So it shouldn't be the first. We are not the first country to do music. Music is happening and it's being done, and whatever the art, whether comedy, wherever, it's happening. Yeah, and they are not being. There are countries that artists are making hell of money. They are not being taxed. So I do not agree completely. Lubajo Most says if they want to listen to a song before it's released, let them set up the studio and they get the chance to preview a song whichever artist records with them. Completely, that could be also be, but why would you do that? This is the question. Is that part of your work? There is a body, because an artist does their work. It is completely them and whoever writes for them songs, plus the producers that are supposed to do that. This is their work. If an artist feels comfortable with the music, there are music that are subject to listening to. For example, if a song is so vulgar that, or maybe a song has content that people are complaining about, this song is normally put down. It is requested to be banned, you know, and that is a process that even involves the government. These are things that are there. Yeah, we do not just decide by ourselves and say, no, this person is not an artist. Well, person to go back to farm and start farming, it is not possible. Yeah, so as many men, most importantly, why today I came up and speak about this is because I want to say it is a no, and I believe a lot of other artists have spoken. I think I am also maybe I'm days late to speak about it, but I believe it's important that I add my voice and also I add what I think is right and what is not right. I only agree with a lot of percentage for local music to be played. That is true. That is something any other person could not reject. But any other thing is rubbish. Okay, Maliad is saying what I see with South Sudanese music, the music, the group ideas that can make the team strong with objectives. Okay, visions and missions. All right. Yeah. Every artist assumed to be the best of his or her own. Okay, being best, being best. We all are best at whatever capacity we are. We are participating in, I believe. Each and every artist is best at their own capacity. I believe each and every artist have a unique talent that any other person do not have. My own way of creating music could not be the same way the other person does. So to me, I say each and every artist is best at their own capacity. This I do not deny. Yeah, unless if there are competitions which are not healthy, which people want to involve in violent actions and stuff like that. This I would say no. It is not supposed to be part of the music. Music is a peaceful manner. It's not a place where we practice the violence and stuff like that. Yeah, Caroline is saying, first of all, what is their contribution as the union to the artist or the entertainment industry in the country? Thank you, Legend, for addressing the Blind Artist Union. Yes, this is the same question I asked Caroline. I would ask, let us also narrow down, we see what our individual contribution to the industry. I could stand here today and count to more than 10 things that I've done for this industry. Yeah? Before you talk, or maybe before you come up with things that you know will be criticized, I suggest that you would stand with the artist and do something that the artist will remember you even if you die later on. They'll say this was done by so and so, and this was done by so and so. But first, remember, I still say most are there illegally. Yeah, I am a founding member of the union. I do not remember sitting somewhere talking about appointing any other person. Yeah, and as much as we do these things illegally like that, we'll have the results that are coming up like this today. Yeah, we'll have ideas that people just randomly sit in their sitting rooms and maybe somewhere and create, which is not right. Yeah. My dodo is saying thanks for the response. I agree with many people who are suggesting background check for the union before jumping with the taxation of the artist. But I think the union is looking for ways to generate income for its activities. But this one is misplaced proposal. I'm sure there are other ways of generating income. As example, for the union to bring a moderate studio. Now, if that is the case, I also suggest it should be open. Call the artist, sit with the artist. You do not sit, as I again repeat, you do not sit at your own tukulo where somewhere coming up with laws. If you think there are ways that union is supposed to generate money, call the artist. Be as open as possible. Tell them that we are supposed to generate income. And so there are ways, there are proposals that we think, and A, B, C, D. Do not impose. You do not have right to impose any law on anyone. Yeah? This is what I think. It should not be a forceful manner. It should be an idea that all the artists agree, and then it is put something that is supposed to be in action. Yeah, that's what I think, my daughter. Yeah, and as per a lot of the other artists that have complained, I believe you are legends at your own spaces. An artist is not a person. An artist is a leader who has followers. Even if you have 100 people that are following you, these are your shield. Yeah? No one has right. No one have employed you. You are a boss at your own. You employ yourself. Yeah? No one has right to come and tax you. No one has right to tell you do this and that as if they have employed you. It's not possible. It's not possible completely. Yeah, Dude Noen is saying art is not about money. Union shouldn't be desperate for money. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, that's the point. But then as well, we should not forcefully register people. Like I was hearing someone saying, I was reading something saying that an artist that do not have an ID should not be allowed to perform in a certain venue. Or where does that happen in the world? Yeah, where does that happen? Do I go, if I'm performing, I show my ID that, you know, some things are very shameful for us to talk about. I was even wondering, someone that wrote this, did that person has a brain to think about? There are some things you cannot even mention as an artist, unless we are speaking to people who are not artists here, people who just heard about art, people who maybe assume that they're artists but they're not artists. Yeah, because an artist know what they are supposed to go. An artist know what they have gone through. An artist know the hustle of another artist. Yeah, all these South Sudan artists that are hustling. Where do they? You want to regulate them? Give them rules of how to perform? Yeah, it's not possible completely. Kur is saying that was the question I posted before because I was just seeing only local Afrobeat music. This is exactly the point. The industry is divided, and this now is a war. This is a war that is divided between the Afrobeat artists and the artists that are doing urban music. Yeah, and that's why, for instance, if you see Kur, what I think as a personal opinion is like, a union is overcrowded by artists that think the other artists are not doing good art. Yeah, and this is the division that we are talking about. You are there to divide the artist. You are not there to unite the artist. Yeah, I might be here today and do my own things. You cannot come my way stopping me. It is not possible. Yeah, it's something. This will be any other. It will be a very illegal act that will take you even to court. Yeah, because no one has right. I repeat, you did not know where I hustled my way out. You do not know what I've gone through to become who I am today. Yeah, I have gone through thick and hard times that you do not imagine. Yeah, you do not imagine to stop me because you don't know what the repercussions will be. This is something you should just know. And I believe any other artists have hustled their way out. The same thing Radio was telling other primitive people in Uganda that wanted to come out with what you are doing. Yeah, and he was asking, who among you have a hit? Do you know how to make a hit song? Yeah, you do not know how to make a hit song. You do not know how to make a song that will be loved by people that you coming to create avenues of making money on people. It's not possible. These are things that I completely say no, and I'll say no regardless. Yeah. So let us, as much as we want money, as much as we really want to create scenarios, you also think of these consequences that will come across. Yeah, because that office there is there because of artists. It is not your own office that you have created in your house. This is a public office. The public office do not work with what they think. They work with the opinion of the public. It is an office for the artist. And so artists should know, artists should come up with ideas on how what should regulate them. It is not you that go and sit in your house or maybe where and come up with laws and throw them in public that you do not lead public with your own opinion. You lead public with public opinion. Yeah, this is something that is there. If you are a leader, you have to learn how to lead public with public opinion. It is public that comes up with public. If it is your own private office, then you come up with your own private ideas. No one, you will never see anyone tampering there. Yeah, This is something you should take note of. Yeah. So yeah, as we keep on uh, uh, talking about this, as we keep on watching, always, if there's something you think, I forgot, or maybe I didn't add in my address, please feel free to also drop it down. I can read your comment, I can also answer. And if there's something you also think the artists are missing, we are maybe throwing on the union side, which is not right, feel free to let us know. We are here, I am here to, I agree to be judged at any condition, no worries. Yeah. Yeah, so CMC is saying it's a lack of teamwork. I agree with you, brother. Teamwork can never be individuals want to do work. It becomes very hard. It is something that you need to agree that teamwork should be there so that you can work with the team. Andrew was saying that first, the union body should know the basic knowledge about entertainment. That is exactly what I've talked about here. If you do not have about what is supposed to be done, it becomes completely very hard for you to come up with solutions or maybe ideas that can lead a particular body. It really requires a lot of commitment and requires a lot of research for you to be able to speak very meaningful things that people somewhere, someone there, like the way you're watching me right now, would say, this is really right. Yeah. But if you just come out with random ideas, it might be you look like you do not know what you are doing, and that's the case here. Kpesa say, when do you think we can call them for a meeting? Now, we do not call union for a meeting because union is the one that is supposed to call artists for the meeting. They are supposed to call the artists for the meeting. For instance, in this case, they would have called consultative meetings to consult the public, the members, the artists, about what is supposed to be done, so that each and every artist can throw in their views. Yeah. Now, since they missed that, that is why you see each and every individual artist put up their views on social media, because this is an avenue. You know very well it is hard. Sometimes people think in South Sudan calling them for a meeting is you assume leadership or something, or maybe charge and something like that. Kur is talking about. Kur said music is all about educating people and entertaining. But these local Afrobeat musicians who are currently forming the union, not knowing it was already existing before them. You're a true music legend. Okay, I agree. Thanks, bro. Now, it's sometimes, as I was saying, individual ideas are very dangerous when it comes to public things. Just like me, no day I have ever spoke for a group of people when I am not permitted to. If I am to speak for a group of people, I consult with them to get what ideas about what I'm supposed to speak about. This is how a leader is supposed to act. Now, if you speak about a group of people with your own idea, or maybe with a group of 5 to 10 people. Idea, how many artists do we have in South Sudan? We have thousands of artists. In Juba alone, we have more than 5,000 artists. Yeah, maybe, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe 1,000, 2,000. Now, you do not speak for them. Yeah, you do not speak for them without even getting their opinion. Yeah, you do not undermine established artists. I am an artist that have followers. You do not speak for me without getting my consent. Yeah, because I can tarnish it. Yeah, because an artist is not just someone. An artist is not just someone that you think is an individual. The only thing that I see that is so big here is ignorant. You have a lot of ignorance. Yeah, and so this could not work. It could not work. Union did not work in Uganda because they didn't want to take in the ideas of the artists that are established. Yeah, a senior artist there that have followers. You might say today that you are an artist, but it depends, because people are measured. You know, the being big or maybe small is determined on the followers you have. Yeah, in music, that is it. Kpesa is saying they also talked about screening artists, and we filmmakers also should be getting approval before shooting. I do not think this is existing. First of all, for you to get approval, you cannot get approval 2 times. There is what is called media authority. Are they also trying to take the work of are they trying to say that government wasn't right to put a media authority? Yeah? Or should you go to media authority and then come back again to Union Office State? What for? Why are we not ashamed of what we are saying? Why are we not ashamed of things that we create? Yeah? Things that we live in. If someone reads, even they will think that we do not have sense to think of, to really think well. It is not possible. A filmmaker is supposed, government says a filmmaker is supposed to have a paper from media authority. Or maybe you did not hear that. Yeah? How does this person go again and take something from approval from you? To approve what? What are you approving? What are you approving? Because I'm seeing in South Sudan people are just so into approval. To approve what? You know? It's like just coming up with a slang of approval. It's not approval. What do you want to be approved? Do you want the content to be approved? Do you want to approve the camera that is going to shoot the artist? Or do you want to approve the location? You know, what do you want to approve? Because this is the problem here. It is just a slang of that is going on, approving. So I do not think it's something that is there. Yeah. You also cannot screen artists. You are screening them all. Who screen you yourself? Who screen you before you screen artists? These things are done in Khartoum, not anywhere around the world. So if you think you want to do that, you go to Khartoum, go sit, screen the artist there. You cannot do that in South Sudan. Yeah. Not possible. Yeah, so I believe I've talked a lot. I've touched a lot of points, and as well, if you think that a point, your point that I didn't add in, feel free to also comment below. Even if I'm not live, we can be able to interact more. And if there are pressing issues that will also need us to talk about, we can as well talk, because the industry is ours. We started the industry when most of the people were not there. Yeah? And few other comrades of mine right now could not hold it until today, just because we did not have a proper way to run the industry. Now you cannot come and say that you want to mislead thousands of artists. It's not possible. When they are watching, it's something that is impossible. Juma is saying something. Juma said, many men, I remember 6 years ago when I asked you at Good News Radio in Rubeck, I asked you about the failure of music in South Sudan, and you told me it's bright. Is it still bright? Putting in mind some of your colleagues in the music industry have tend to be praising individuals. Uh, this now depends on the artist. Uh, you know, there's one thing, and one of the failure, one thing that is failing the industry in South Sudan, the music industry, is the union itself. These unions have been a blockage to the progress of a lot of artists. Yeah. Now, artists as well should not be contented with whatever fame they should have. We should look for more avenues to be able to expand our wings when it comes to music. I believe it's still bright, as I can tell you, my brother, because I see there are a lot of new talents that are trying to penetrate in other nations outside. And this, we can take it positive to us, because these are things that we are trying ourselves, though not really so possible. But so far we have a lot of more force. We can say we have army. We have a bigger army now. Yeah, not the days where it was many men and maybe few 3, 4 people to 5 or maybe 10 people. Today we have a bigger army that can fight the war. Yeah, we have bigger talent. I mean, we have more talent that is underground, that is coming up, that is pushing, and I believe with time, South Sudan would be great and would be praised among the nations. Yeah, that's what I can say as per now. Yeah. Yeah. So until this junction, if you really feel I've covered a lot, and you feel each and every other thing is covered, we can be able to leave it as per here, and we continue to interact in the comment sections, and I can be able to answer the questions that are not answered. I can be able to answer them, and just before I go, I can be able to let me read what my brother Kur have put. Response: Kur is saying, story, get the medium up. Okay. There are currently no response for this story. South Sudan artists and their role in building peace and promoting national unity and shared identity. South Sudan's dance group performing at the Anataban Hagana Festival, Juba 2018. Since the war started in South Sudan, painters have illustrated what is going on in the country. Musicians have sung songs to sensitize public and criticize the corrupt and war-loving politicians. Okay, this, I believe, these are topics a lot of other artists have talked about. We have sung about it. Artists have sung about corruption. They have sung about people suffering. They have sung about pressing issues that are really touching the citizens. Our number one priority is to stand with the people, stand with the citizens, because these are our fans. We take first of all, they are the ones that are making us strong. They are the ones that makes the industry today, and so we do not trade them for anything. The love and the conditions remain our priority number one. So I believe almost every South Sudan artist have sung about it. Almost everyone, if not all. Yeah. So I believe, and I can always tell this to the citizens of South Sudan, that suffering comes and perhaps God blessings follow. Our sufferings might turn to blessings one day, and perhaps we can be able to rejoice again. You know, you never know. God has a plan. God has a plan over any other country in the world, and so be it ours as well. So let's always remain positive. Uh, Genesee, okay. You're asking about the artist union president. You'll find there's a document that is written somewhere. I think someone's name is there. So yeah. So as per this time, I could say um, thanks for watching, and thanks everyone that have joined in, and we could talk each and every time we feel there are issues to discuss, and always let me know if you want me to talk about anything, even if it's something you want us to correct as artists. Always let me know. This page, the South Sudan Kuzes Clan South Sudan page, is always open. Feel free to like it, share it, and share with your friends, and like the page, and we can always write something that are so pressing issues that you want us to talk about, and we can be able to talk. I can be able to bring them up when we speak, and as we correct our industry. You are a very important tool in the growth of the industry, and so we respect you a lot. Thank you so much. My name is Man Mabior Man. See you so soon, and we talk soon.